Good morning, Andrew. So I am live right here on 4th Avenue, and in just one block we have dozens of small businesses being impacted by your vote. So I got done speaking with a lot of small businesses right here in this area who tell me they're actually for a minimum wage increase, even though it could potentially have a negative effect on their profit. So on Tuesday, November 8th, you all will be voting to raise the minimum wage from $8.05 to $12 by 2020. So if passed, it would also require employers to pay their workers sick time. Some of you tell me that solid wages help keep good employees, but those against the increase say it's just a domino effect and all of our wallets will eventually feel it.
Whether someone watching this perhaps is operating a larger business and think, well, I don't pay minimum wage, it's that wage compression effect. So your vendors, your suppliers are going to have to increase costs.
They need the increase, and if the owner has to increase, that would be fine, and I think a lot of people would feel that way.
And what I found out is that a lot of people already have their minds made up. Again, Election Day is November 8th. That is this Tuesday. Andrew, back to you. I'm outside the VA on the south side, and this campus is the focus of these complaints right here that I have been digging through all day long. This report right here filed by a former Ocotillo Clinic employee, and here is what she is claiming today. She says managers were told to, quote, zero out patient wait times. In other words, get rid of them completely. She says they were actually paid bonuses if they had low wait times. Worst of all of these claims, she says this put veterans' health at risk. These reports, they go all the way back to 2013, but now VA inspectors are finally looking into these claims. We are expecting to learn a lot more about this investigation after a meeting happens at 1 o'clock today. Of course, stick with us both on air and online at TucsonNewsNow.com. That is the latest from the South Side. Morgan Kyrklund, back to you. I'm here at Pueblo High School, and this is one of those 6 high-risk schools on the chopping block today. So the recommendation, it came from a federally appointed desegregation expert, and tonight at 5, the board could accept losing the magnet status to all, some, or none of the schools. So it's possible that some special programs will be cut, or the board could also ask for a little bit more time. We could know as early as February if these schools lose their status. We spoke to Superintendent Dr. H.T. Sanchez, who says parents and students shouldn't worry.
So our message to the parents at any of the 6 schools is, if you love your school, if you like the principal and you like the teachers and you like what's going on, it's not going to be any less. They're going to continue to work with your child. They're going to continue to have that community.
And if these schools lose their status, it won't happen until the 2017-2018 school year. And of course, we will be there live at that meeting at 5 o'clock tonight to let you know the latest on this developing story, both on air and online at TucsonNewsNow.com. That is the latest from the South Side. Morgan Kyrklund, back to you. I'm here outside Banner UMC, where you may have ended up if you've had a serious injury or illness, and you may have even left with a bottle of these right here, painkillers prescribed by your doctor. And sometimes that actually starts a vicious cycle of abuse that could land you here with a different kind of problem. Get this, last year hospitals, they treated over 800 people for a prescription painkiller overdose in Pima County alone, the number up from the year before. In 2014, around 660 people were hospitalized, and this may surprise you as well. A local doctor tells me that while younger people get hooked, it's the middle-aged women in their 30s and 40s that doctors are starting to see more often for this problem. So earlier this week, 20 Arizona chief of police, they met in Phoenix to address this growing epidemic in our state. That is the latest from near campus. Morgan Kyrklund, back to you. Good morning, Jenna. So I'm here live in a Southside neighborhood on 6th and Irvington. And even before you head to a polling place like this, volunteers will be hard at work going door to door asking for your vote for their candidate. So I tagged along with both sides to understand how they work. More or less Democrat and Republican supporters, they do the same kind of campaigning. They canvass a neighborhood, walking up to a door and talking to the homeowner about their plans for today. I asked both sides to ask one question to each person that they talked to. Who were you voting for? And as you can imagine, answers were completely mixed.
We're just out reminding people to go out and vote, especially, support the GOP, our candidate, Donald Trump.
I can't. He's such a weird. I'm not voting for Hillary Clinton, I know that, but I can't,
I'm just not educated enough to really make that kind of decision. I feel like I just don't know enough to really, do that.
At this point, like I said, it's the worst of two evils. And the fact with Hillary supporting abortion and all that, I don't agree with. So, and I know there's a lot of things about him that I don't agree with also.
And both parties agree that it is very difficult this late in the game to change anyone's mind. And right now it is their main priority and their main goal to just get people to the polls this morning. That is the latest from the South Side. Morgan Kyrklund, KOLD News 13, live local. Late breaking. So I'm live right here at Coffee Exchange on the east side. This is one of hundreds of small businesses right here in Tucson that will no doubt be feeling the effects of Prop 206. So I talked to several small business owners and they tell me that prices could potentially be going up on their menus. Also, a reduction in staff could end up happening in order for business owners to help foot the bill from Prop 206. So get this right here. The minimum wage will increase to $10 next year. In 2 years, it will go up to $10.50, $11 by 2019, and by 2020, minimum wage will be $12 an hour. I went downtown asking small business owners how they feel about this change. Take a listen.
It creates an issue as far as you're probably going to have to cut back on employees, and it's going to cause us to raise our prices as consumers, which is going to be significant to where people aren't going to be able to really afford to shop.
I believe that it's going to hurt a little bit depending on how many people you can have on staff. For us, we're a very small restaurant, so like I said, it's not going to affect us either way.
Us personally, we are already starting all of our entry-level employees at $10 an hour, so for us, we just feel that it's the right thing to do.
Now, Prop 206 is not 100% official yet. It still needs to be approved by the state. That is the latest from the east side. Morgan Kyrklund, KOLD News 13, live local, late breaking.